Hello everyone. So today we're going to solve a Codeforces question. So this question is the third question of Codeforces Global Round 21. So this question has been asked in Codeforces Global Round 21, and difficulty level for this problem is 1400. And in this question we have been given an array. So first they are explaining that what kind of operations we can perform on a single array. So there are basically two kind of operations that we can perform on a single array. So those operations are, let me explain you besides reading the question. So we have been given two arrays. Okay, we have been given two arrays. Also we have been given a integer k. So integer name is something else, but I guess integer name is m, but I am taking it as k. So best way to explain it is through an example. So let's say we have been given this array. Let me increase the size of it as well, and we have been given this array, and we have been also given a integer which is k, and I guess that is 3 in this case. So integer is 2. So in this case we have been given k as 2. So what kind of operations we can perform are, so we have to so first let's talk about this k. So let's say we have been given an element as 8. Okay, in an array we encounter an element which is 8. Also we have been given k. So what we can do is we can split this element into two values. So besides writing 8, what we can do is we can remove 8, and in the place of 8 we can write 2 4s. Why is that? Because 4 plus 4 is 8, and total number of these 4 plus 4. So these are two numbers, and 2 is k. So these are k numbers. Okay, these are k numbers. So that's why we have done this. Now let's say besides now we don't encounter 8, we are encountering 4. So in this 4 also we can perform the same operation. We can split it into 2 and 2. Again this 2 we can split it into 1 and 1, and so on. So we can split and value into k values. So again let's say I have 9. So I cannot split 9 into 2 values. Okay, but let's say I have 3. I can split 9 into 3 values. It can be 3, 3 and 3. So I have splitted 9 into 3 values. Okay, so we can do this. This is first operation. Another operation is that let's say we have been given 3 3s. Okay, 3 3s. So total number of k same terms. We have given a total number of k same terms. So we can combine them and we can make them 9 or something like that. Or else let's say we have been given 3 1s. We can combine them and we can make them 3. Okay, so one operation is to split them into more than one value. So split a single value into k terms, and another operation is joining k terms, or finding k terms which are continuous k terms and making them into a single value. So these are two kind of operations. So let's go through our first sample test case. So in the first sample test case we have been given this array, and what we have to do is we have to find out that using any of these two operations that we have been given, either to split them into more than one term, or split them into k terms, or take k terms and join into a single term. So either using both of these operations can we convert this array, this A array, into the second array, B array. So both of these arrays are given to us, their sizes also are given to us, and the k value is also given to us. So here k is equals to 2. So k equals to 2 is given to us. So for this we can see that first element is equal, so we are going to leave first, and for the second element 2 is not equals to 4. But we can do is we can join these two terms into a single term, 4, and then we can cancel out 4. Then we can see 4 and 4 are equal and 2 and 2 are equal. That means that answer for this is true. Answer for the first is true. Now let's look into the last example. So in the last example we have been given 3, 12. Okay, we have been given 3 and 12. So we cannot by looking at this also we can say we cannot make it 3 equals to 12 in any case. Why is that? Also here we have been given k equals to 3. So we have been given k equals to 3. So we have been given a value 3 above and a value 12 below, and we cannot possibly convert this 3 into 12. And even also we would have like 3 values like 3, 3, 3. These will combine to form a single 9. It can never form into a value of 12. Another thing we can do is, if let's say we would have like 4, 3, 3 4s, then we could have like joined them and make them into a single 12 term. Okay, so this is one kind of operation. Another thing to notice is that, let's say that I have a value which is 3, okay, or let's say I have 3 3s, and yeah, I have let's not take 3 3s, let's take 3 9 and 9 3, okay, and k is equals to 3 and k is equals to 3. So these two arrays are equal. And why is that? Because we can split this 9 into 3s. So this will become 3 3 3 3. Okay, so now we have 4 3s, and we can join all of these 3s into a single 9. So this will become 9 3. So we have converted 3 9 into 9 3. But we can do another thing. Is like, let's convert this 3 into simplest possible value. What I'm saying is, let's convert this 3 into simplest possible value. So that would be 3 1s, and let's convert this 9 into simplest possible values. So that would be 9 1s. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, now that we have done this, we are only looking at the first element. Okay, we are only looking at the first element. We have converted it into 3 1s, we have converted it into 9 1s. Let's cancel out 3 1s with 3 1s. Okay, 3 1s with 3 1s. So we are left with in above we have like 0 1s, and below we have like 6 1s. Okay, we have 6 1s. In our current situation, like we are still on this value 9. We are still like doing some operation on this value 9, because a part of 9 which is 6 is been left to us, but we have completed used 3. So what we can do is, we can increase our pointer, we can point it to 9, and we can again simplify this 9. So this will become 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, now let's cancel out the values. So after cancelling out the values, a part of 9 is still left to us, and you have completely used this 9. So we'll increase our pointer to this value, and what we can do is, we can split it into simplest form, so into 3s, and after this we can cancel it out, cancel these values out. Another thing to notice is that, let's say first we have 3 and second we have 9. Okay, second we have 9. Now we have cancelled out these values. We are left with some part of 9, and we have completed used 3. As soon as we go to the next value, and let's say the next value is 2, so we cannot possibly simplify 2 any further, because we want to split 2 into 3 terms. Currently we have given k is 3, so we cannot split 2 possibly now. So for this, we can see that these values are differing. That's why we are going to return false. So this is what I am doing. So currently I am like converting like elements into their simpler form, and after that I am checking that how many values can I cut. Okay, how many values can I cut? So let me explain it to you through an example, through a simple example. So let's take this example. So this is our first sample test case, and this is our second sample test case. So let's take the second sample test case. So this is our second sample test case, and what I am going to do is, I am going to increase the font. Yeah. So this is our second sample test case. So and we are going to move 2 pointers. Okay. So first our pointer is pointing at value 1, and this pointer is pointing at value 1. We can easily see that, wait, there is 116. Okay, so this is 116. all 16. Okay, so we can see that these two values are equal, so let's cancel out these values. Now both of these values are equal because we have initially 1 1 and we have cancelled out it, so initially now both of these values are null. Okay, we have used these two values, so we are going to increase our pointer to 2 and to 16. Let's simplify 2, so we can simplify 2 to 1s. Okay, we have like 2 to 1 and 1, and we can simplify 16 to 8 8, and we can simplify 8 to 4 4, we can simplify 4 to 2 2, and similarly 2 to 1 1. So currently we have here is 16 times 1. Okay, 16 will get simplified to 16 times 1. Another thing is that let's say I have been given 2 here and I have been given a value 8. So currently my pointer is pointing at a value 8 and my k is equals to 2. I cannot simplify this 18 into 18 once. Why is that? Because 18 can get converted into 2 9s, but this 9 cannot get further broken down into 2 more parts. That's why. So this 18 will become 2 9s, not 18 times 1. Okay. So this is our thing now, like yeah, so we have gotten like 16 times 1 and here 2 times 1. So let's decrease this 2 and this will become 14 times 1. So we have 14 times 1 and we have like used all the values of this 2. We are going to increase our pointer to 2. So this is again going to form 2 ones. So this 2 ones will going to get cancelled out with this 2 ones. Again increasing our pointer, this is going to form 8 ones. 8 can get simplified to 4, 4 can get simplified to 2, and 2 can get simplified to 1. That's why 8 will get simplified to 8 ones. Okay, 8 ones. And we can simply cancel out this 8 with this 12, that will left us with 4 times 1. And this is 2, this will get cancelled out, and this is 2, this will again get cancelled out. This has become 0, and like we have used 16, we have used 2, we will go at like we have used the last index of both of these arrays. So then we are going to return true. Okay, you can like similarly test this theory out with other examples as well. So what I am doing here is, let me now explain you through the code. So how my code is going on. So currently I am taking the value n and k, then I am taking input for all of those n integers, and again for the second array I am taking the value m. So m is the length of second array, m length of second array, and n is length for first array, and k is the value which is the value in how many elements we can simplify it, or how many elements we have to take to make it a single element. So this has been given to us. After that, after like taking all of the inputs, what I am doing is I am initializing 2 pointers I and j. So I will go through the I will go through the first array, and j will go through the second array. So their name are respectively a and b. Both of the vectors are named as a and b. Let me increase the font size so that you can see it more clearly. So I have taken a and b. After that, what I am saying is, here is the value. So value, let's say my value could be something like 5 with an occurrence of 1, or my value could be something like 1 with an occurrence of 16, right? So I am storing the value and I am storing it occurrences for both of these pointers. So I am storing value 1 and occurrence 1, value 2 and occurrence 2. After this, I am initializing all of them to 0. Okay. And if any occurrence is 0, that means that I have used that value, right? So in this case, we have seen that when we were having like 16, right, 16. So this 16 has been converted to value equals to 1 and occurrence equals to 16. In the above case, we would have like value equals to 2 and occurrence equals to, value equals to 1 and occurrence equals to 2, right? So in this case, when we are decreasing this value to 0 and this value to 14, so occurrence of value 1 is 0, value 1 is 0, and we have some left, we have occurrence of value 2 is like some left. So we are going to increase our first pointer. Whenever any value becomes 0, decrease to 0, we are going to increase its value. So we are doing this only in the like I'm using a while loop. So while I is less than n and j is less than m. So I'm initially checking that if any of the occurrence is 0, either first occurrence or second occurrence is 0, initialize the like value as well and its occurrence as well. So let's say I have 16. So 16 will become values equals to 16 and occurrence equals to 1. Now what I'll do is I convert this 16 into 1, and according to that I'll increase the occurrence as well. So to demonstrate that, what I'm saying is, let's say I have 16. So I can convert this 16 into 2 8s, right? Into 2 8s. So I can say that I can like this thing and this thing are same. That value 1 is equals to 8 and occurrence 1 is equals to 2. So both of these are same. Similarly, I can convert it more further. I can decrease it to 4. I can multiply it by 2. I can decrease it to 2. I can multiply it by 2. I can decrease it to 2. I can divide it by 2 and I can multiply it by 2. So this will like, so we have converted value 16 occurrence 1 to value 1 occurrence 16. So this is going to take a total of log of k time, okay, log k and the value, log k value time. So this is going to take log k value time, and we are going to do this same operation for both of the pointers, like value present on both of the pointers. So now what I am doing is I am calling a function check. So this function will check whether like after converting them into their simplest form we can deduct some values or not. Okay, and this check is going to return true and false as well. So if this check is giving us false, that means that we have to return no and print no and return. After this, I am again checking that if any of these occurrences are 0, I am going to increase my pointer. Okay, any of the occurrences 0, I am going to increase my pointer. So let me explain you my check function. So check function is the main function. So check function is like quite simple. So in check function, what I'm doing is, firstly I'm checking that let's say I have 16. So I'm like decreasing the value of 16 by k, and I'm also checking that if I can divide 16 by k, then only I will go inside this loop. I'm going to divide it by k and I'm going to multiply the occurrence by k. For more simplification, let's say my value is equals to 9 and occurrence is equals to 1 and k is equals to 3. I can divide this value by 3, this will become 3 and my occurrence is going to become 3. Again I can divide this value by 3, this will become 1 and my occurrence will become 3 times 3, 9. So we can do something like this. We would have been given something like that also, like 2 times 3 is 6. So 2 times 3 is 6. So let's say I have been given 6 with an occurrence of 1. So we can simplify it. It will become 2 divided by 3 is 2 and occurrence will become 3. We cannot simplify it any further. Okay, so it will simplify it. This function is going to simplify value 1 and value 2 to like their least possible values, through which they can be simplified. So I'm simplifying this value using this while loop, and I'm simplifying the value 2 using the second while loop. After that, I'm checking that whether after simplification, if value 1 and value 2 are not equal, that means that I have to return 0. That means that they cannot so like the elements are differing now. So I cannot do any possible thing to make them equal. So that's why I'm returning 0. After that, the thing I am doing is I'm like deducting the values. So let's say my now that I have seen that my value 1 is equals to value 2, okay, because we have used this if statement. After this if statement, if we are going to run the program, that means that my value 1 is equals to value 2. So in this, what I am going to do is, let's say my occurrence 1 is equals to 2 and my occurrence 2 is equals to 4. I am going to decrease 2 in both of these values. So this is going to become 0 and this is going to become 2. So this is what I am doing here. I am decreasing the value. Besides this, I could have done something like this as well. I could have like said like O1 equals to minimum of O1 comma O2, and O1 minus equals to minimum of O1 comma O2, and also O2 minus equals to minimum of O1 comma O2. But I have like done this thing. So in this I am decreasing the value. You can like check it, cross check it by using any sample test case. So yeah, this is I'm doing this. So I'm also taking the values by address. So I'm changing anything in this function is going to change the values in the solve function as well. So I'm doing this, and after doing this checks, I'm just returning true. Okay. So returning true is going to like continue my loop, and after the loop also I'll check that whether the I and j pointer are at the end of their respective arrays or not. If they are not at the end of their respective arrays, that means that I have to return, I have to like print no and return. And if all of these checks are successful, then I'll only print yes and return. So this is it, and also I have submitted this code. So my submission time was 77 ms. Now talking about the time complexity, my time complexity could have been something like, if we talk about time complexity, I am like using the like maximum of n comma m. Okay, maximum of n comma m. So my time complexity would be maximum of n comma m times the log of base k to maximum of ai. Okay, so ai is nothing but the value which is maximum in the array. Okay, value which is maximum in the array, and that could possibly be 10 to the power 5. This could possibly be 10 to the power 5. Okay, so this is it, and this is like kind of n log n solution, but the thing is that here base is not 2, here base is k, and that makes a huge difference. That means that time complexity will get reduced more further. More the k is, the more our value is going to get decreased. Okay, so this is it. I hope you have understood it, and if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask it in the comments.